we're moving house, we tend to become very conscious about the value of our possessions, even if we have ourselves treated them none too gently for years. We like to insist that the moving men take all proper precautions. Great-grandfather's fragile timepiece gets the full treatment in a surrounding cushion of shavings. Our car is constantly moving from place to place, and we toy with the idea of the protective cushion to preserve it from the ravages of outrageous fortune. It was a nice thought, but not very practical. Just the same, the hazards are very real, and a cushion, any cushion, would be a measure of protection, even if it's only a cushion of air. Cushion of air, the greatest invention since the wheel. From now on, we'll never travel without one. And the faster we travel, the bigger must be our cushion of air. One large car's length for every 10 miles an hour of our speed, and double it under adverse road conditions. Just when we thought we had a perfect system, someone opens the door to new problems. Click goes the computer mind. To the cushion of air at the front, we add one to the left for protection from parked cars, another to the right to preserve us from the pedals of oncoming traffic, and another to protect us from the rear. It works like a charm. So long as we maintain our cushions of air, not a thing touches us. That's the theory. Let's try it in practice. At the moment, we don't have a safe amount of space in front. When the van stops, we've enough room to stop, but nothing to spare. We can't move out. We're stuck and we'll just have to wait. We can't even go back because the following traffic made the same mistake that we did. We use our waiting time making decisions not to be caught again, resolving, in fact, to properly surround ourselves with that safety space, that cushion of air. Next time we do avoid the trap. The van has to stop, but our safety space gives us time and room to pass on the inside, and we've seen that it's safe to do so. We remember that we must leave a safety space on both sides of the car as well as at the front. Sufficient space on the left allows us to pass parked vehicles without changing course when they move out ahead or when a car door opens. In a narrow street, we leave more room to the front, which gives us that little extra reaction time if something unusual should happen. We need to be particularly aware of the safety space on our right. The combined speed of our own car and an approaching vehicle adds up to a very sobering force. We need enough time to think and move if something goes wrong. Moving from the suburban streets to city traffic conditions admittedly increases the hazards. But because we will encounter more cars, this doesn't change our thinking about the need to maintain the safety space. Traffic conditions like this can be frustrating, to say the least. But we can get on just as quickly in the long run by holding back, sizing up the situation and planning our moves. Our safety space allows us to do this. It's also true that the odd, impatient motorist may sneak into our safety space to steal a move. We let him go because one car's length of progress is a small price to pay for a drive that's easy and relaxed because it's safe. What is this driver thinking about as he goes through the dense traffic?
Steering round the corner, accelerating as we go. Entering the viaduct, change to second. Check the mirror. This is a laned road, pedestrian on the road ahead. Big truck up front, stationary vehicles on the left. traffic lights are green for us, it's all clear, so we accelerate across. This is a busy shopping area, so I'm watching out for pedestrians suddenly stepping onto the road. Car cutting across ahead. Traffic lights on red, check mirrors and stop behind the line of traffic. Handbrake on and gear into neutral. Lights change to green. Handbrake off, into first gear. Watch the pedestrian crossing through the traffic. Traffic begins to move, clutch out, away we go. Intersection is clear, up to second gear. Check the intersection, it's clear, accelerate across, staying in the correct lane. We're entering a two-way street, speed is right, change into top. Quite a heavy traffic build-up here, and a few parked cars. Check the mirrors approaching every intersection. Traffic's still heavy. Ease off, check the mirrors, and brake firmly. Change down to second. Traffic clears, I can hold this speed. Traffic lights changing to red, check the mirrors, and stop behind the car ahead. Handbrake on, it's a one-way street ahead. Lights are changing, handbrake off, away I go. Vehicles are moving alongside, pedestrian running along the road, and others are crossing up ahead. The pedestrian lights are green for us, so we keep going. Checking the mirrors, all clear behind. We must keep watching for pedestrians. Bus is slowing.
Thoughts appear longer when put into words, so the mental activity of our city driver is more leisurely than it seems. Our cushion of air, or safety space, is what then? It is observation and reaction distance, which allows us to cope with all the hazards we meet, even when driving in dense traffic. And the experience we encounter reaffirms our resolution to maintain that safety space at all times. Protected by our cushion of air, we can easily see the traffic ahead. We can see situations developing and decide what to do long before we have to do it. Driving in this kind of traffic is never pleasant, but we can stay calm and patient and safe so long as we have time to think ahead and make the proper decisions.